Again, this is today's card. Thanks a bunch from the Woodward set. Okay, so what you're going to need: basic black cardstock, some crushed curry, some whisper white. I have these paper doilies, came in a package, and I've just cut one in half, and we'll probably cut it down even more, but for now I've just cut it in half. I have some washi tape, and any black and white or even yellow would be just fine. And then you'll need some scrap pieces of both of the basic black and the whisper white to do your stamping and punching these out. I'm also using the layered circles, which has multiple sizes. I actually have 2 sheets with all of these different sizes, with scalloped edges and just plain regular circled edges. So we can go ahead and assemble some layers of our card. This is just the basic black cardstock. Okay. So I've got that. I've got my crushed curry base here. I'm going to go ahead and layer that onto the card. And then I have my whisper white panel. Now, you can go ahead and put designer series strip across the bottom. Hopefully I got that straight. Okay, and then I have this other strip that measures 5 inches by ½ inch. I just like putting a piece of whisper white behind the washi tape because it gives it a little more pop. If I were to just put it on top of this card, it gets kind of dulled in places, especially where it would be over the color theory paper. So I just go ahead and lay it down, tear it off, pick it up from the paper. Be careful because it might want to rip a little bit, and I just fold the excess to the back. Okay, and then go ahead and take your snail adhesive, run a strip on that, and then I am just going to place this just right above where we put the color theory paper. Okay, so you've got that. Now, next, let's go ahead and do our stamping. I have the floral image already mounted on my clear block, and that's this one. And I also already have my sentiment mounted, and we're using the Thanks a Bunch today. This time I'm going to stamp the sentiment in the black ink. And again, I've got my flowers here, and I'm just going to go ahead and stamp those on here as well. Now, this is where we're going to bring in the big shot. So here's my big shot. Hopefully you guys can see. And I got to scoot this down a little bit so it stays even on this platform. I have my magnetic platform already, and I've got my one plate down. And again, I'm going to go ahead and position my circle where I want them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my second plate on top, and then run this through and cut these circles out. Okay, so you see I've got the 2 images here. And I'll go ahead and have the 2 scalloped layers out of the basic black, and I'll crank those through the big shot. Okay, get this layered piece off again. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and layer my pieces here, and all the dimensions will be on the blog. Okay, center that. On this particular card, you'll see I went ahead and colored all these in. You can do that. I used Stampin' Up markers, I think, for all of these. I kind of wasn't thrilled with the colors I chose to color these in. Nothing bad with them, it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it. But this time I think I just want to leave it as black and white. I love that color, and I think it looks good. So if you did want to color these in, you would want to color it in first before you put the dimensionals on the back. But in my case, I'm just going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the back here of this panel. I'm going to go ahead and layer it here on my card. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put some dimensionals on the back. Just going to place a few randomly. Okay, and then there's no right or wrong here, just wherever you want it to be on your panel. And then I'm going to do the thanks a bunch kind of above and to the left a little bit. And then for your doily piece here, you see how this is going to be too long. So let's cut it down. So really I end up using like the bottom third maybe. Yeah, I like that a lot better. These are mini glue dots, and I'm just going to go ahead and place a couple of glue dots side of this, just in a few places. And then I'm just going to slide it underneath all those glue dots, then I'll press it down just to make all those glue dots kind of fold up and adhere. And so you have to let me know, which do you like better? Do you like the black print with not coloring it in, or do you prefer coloring it in?